I'm getting the S8. What's that? It comes out the S8 Plus, Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, comes out the end of April. So I'm gonna have two phones now. Before I had two phones, but it was some another T-Mobile. I was supposed to have this phone, the S7 Edge, and the Note 5, which was the one. What was the one that was blowing up? Crazy story. I went on the Friday, right? Okay, I went on a Friday to get the phone, the Samsung Note. So I was going to have the Samsung S7 Edge and the Note because it would make what I do in boxing so much easier. So just so it happened, when I went to get it, the T-Mobile store I went to, they said, "Oh well, we sold out. We won't have any more till Monday." That Monday was when it was announced that we were calling all of them because they fucking killing people and blowing up in their faces and shit. Just like God, because I got bad luck. So I type this in. But yeah, what I do, I need two phones. It's not trying to be a badass or not trying to look cool. I really need two phones. I don't want two phones. Oh, trust me, I don't want two phones. But with what I do, it's. But anyway, it's like this. Today I was in New York. The last time I tried to go to New York, I got sick, and I pissed on myself. I pissed myself. I piss. So I'm not Marquez. I didn't drink it. I was sick. So today I went back. I handled the trip. Y'all confusing me. I handled the trip much more. It's like this. I already said it. I'm like a hermit, I guess. I'm kind of like it's not that I'm antisocial. What is that called? It's like I'm not antisocial, but I don't like crowds and I don't like lots of people in one place at one time. So therefore, New York is no good, for somebody like me, whatever it is I'm going through. Don't like it. But I said, well, with what I do and with all the shit I've been talking over the I'm gonna do it again. My bad. With what I do, I gotta go to fights. You see what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong. I don't want to go to fights. I'm going to explain. I know this shit sounds crazy. I'm going to explain, but give me a minute. I'm going to explain. Oh, excuse me. I'm drinking this honey lemon berry. I want to get up and show you the tea I'm drinking, but it's very acidic. And it's really fucking with me. But it's like this, right? I know that in my profession and with my reputation on YouTube, we're gonna talk about that. I know that I have to get the fights. Like me personally, sending people to fights is not enough. Of course, as I said before, whether you want to believe it or not, I think I've proven it. I'm not gonna say I think I know I've proven it. I've proved it, and I have access to every single major fight in the world. But I understand that there's a difference between sending people to fights and being there myself. So the goal is within the next 2 years or so for you not to see me at any fights. Or if I'm at a fight, it's like some more special edition type shit. But I know that this year, meaning 2017, and half of 2018, I have to I have to be at the New York fights. I got to be at least 2 Los Angeles fights, LA. I have to be at least 2 Las Vegas fights and 2 global fights. But besides that, after that, I don't want to. I don't like it. I don't like going to fights. I'm sorry. I was ready to sit here and bullshit around with you, you know, to try to appease the PR people. But I don't like it. I don't like going to fights, man. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. But at the same time, I know it has to be done. You see what I'm saying? And the issue is, I know that to grow my brand and to grow my channel is that I have to be at the fights and I have to get people to fights. But yo, truth be told, man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, yo. I don't like it. You know, like going to that, even though it's, put it this way, it's easy for me to get to New York. You know, I can leave. How can I put it? Let me tell you the exact situation. I found out about the Ortiz press conference about, I'm going to say about 7 p.m. yesterday. Right now it's 11:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So to me, all it is a round trip from New York and back on the train, very comfortable ride. On the train, it's about, I'm talking about the whole trip in total is about 200, maybe about two, like if I'm lucky, $200. So I can be from here to New York. Okay, put it this way. Right now, if I wanted to plan a trip to New York right now, and it's 11:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Philadelphia. And if I need to be in New York by 1:30 a.m., it would cost, if I need to be at the Barclays Center, and I understand there's nothing going on in the Barclays Center at this time, but if I need to be at the Barclays Center at, it's 11:45 right now p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I need to be there by 2 a.m., it would cost me depending, like $150. But at the same time, you have to understand that I do work from home. So my income is different than other people's income, if that makes sense. So even though I'm not rich, I'm kind of wealthy, but I'm kind of not. It's hard to explain. It's a very complex situation. But basically, if I go to New York, I want to make that shit worth it. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, if I go to New York, if I go to any fight, whether it's in LA or not, even though I have the finances to support the trip, I want to make sure that I'm getting something out of the trip. Because I've said it before, and I haven't really gone into details, but I've lost thousands. Now remember, this is with an S, an apostrophe S. I've lost thousands of dollars since I stopped covering boxing consistently after Mayweather versus Berto. So I'm at a point right now where it's like, yo, I gotta make money. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing these videos for my motherfucking health. I'm not going to these events for my health. I have to start making money now. I have to. You see what I'm saying? Just bought a house. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but Sana said, but see, you gotta understand, Sana, if you think 400,000 is not really a lot of money, you see what I'm saying? It's not really a lot of money. So imagine, I just bought a house, cash. Like, yo, like you gotta understand, right? How can I put it? For the people who've been following me, right? I'm talking about the people who've been following me for at least 3 years. You're smart enough to put two and two together to say, okay, well, you don't really need this YouTube money. But at the same time, at this point in time, I do. Because it's like, yeah, I've been losing money for so long. And then remember, when I was with that fucking other channel, I wasn't making no money, zero. So now it's like, okay, all right, you got to start making some bread. You know, because it's like I've already lost so much money. So I was like, this trip to New York, even though it was only like, okay, we got notice as far as the meeting. We got notice, and I'm going to say 7 p.m. We had to be there at 12:30 p.m. So what is that like? 7 to 7 is 12. So what, about 15 hours notice or so? I said, I was thinking, I was sitting here last night. Now, mind you, I got a big ass house. Well, it's not, it depends on how you look at it. But I got a house. So even though it's not no furniture in this motherfucker, you know, still I had to clean this shit. So I was cleaning all day, every day. Yesterday I was cleaning all day. Yesterday I had fucking put some fucking turkey wings into the crock pot. You know, I'm getting ready. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to chill and fall back tomorrow and get this paperwork out of the way that I got to do. And do some videos and start working on the website. You know, I got to get advertisements and shit. Whole bunch of shit's going on. I'm holding on by threads. And then I get an email. Luis Ortiz signs the vow Haymon. Luis Ortiz versus Derek Rossy press conference tomorrow in New York. In New York. And I'm like, fuck, shit. Now, mind you, I'm already going to Berto versus Porter. I'm going to be there. Now, for the people who are wondering, I'm not going to get sick. I'm going to handle it. I'm not going to get sick. I'm handling it. I'm making sure I handle it much more responsibly. So I see that email pop up, and it's like, fuck. I was like, shit, I gotta go. You know? You think about this spending that motherfucking money? Get on that motherfucking trip? You think about this spending that money? But I said, shit, well, you know, especially when you know that when you go to interview somebody who speaks Spanish or Hispanic, and me, even though I can understand Spanish, I can't speak it. So I already know that I can't really get on that level with him where I'm going to get like a real interview that's going to generate views. So, for example, basically, long story short, I already knew that I had to lose money going to this press conference today. I already knew. I said, I got to lose some bread. So I said, all right, let me get these tickets, go out there. But it's, you know, just like when people say they watch the fucking Lord of the Rings or read that fucking long-ass Lord of the Rings books and shit, they say, well, it's not about the book, it's about the journey or shit. You see what I'm saying? So I already knew, even though I got to go to New York and I got to interview Luis Ortiz, I already knew that I'm not going to make the money back that I had to spend to get out there. But if you think one thing, I didn't want to go to that shit, but at the same time, remember, as I told you, like, I understand what some people are going to say more so. I guess you could really consider them haters. It's like there's 26,000 subscribers. So it's like, how can I put it? If there's events I can get to that's in my area, and technically, even though New York is a 2.5-hour drive away from me, I can get there on the train in, you know, like 2 hours or less than 2 hours. The train ride is actually an hour and 10 minutes. But I'm talking about the total commute time. It's different. So I know I had to get out there. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't want to go to that shit, man. I was going to buy, let me tell you, right? I don't play video games like I used to. I used to be a big, heavy gamer. You know, I got the PS4. I got the Xbox. You know, now I got the PS4 Pro. I got the Xbox, you know, One S. So I said, well, I'm going to buy me a video game. I'm going to treat myself. I can't buy no video game because I had to motherfucking go to New York. You see what I'm saying? So even though it's like this, you know, like, you know, even though, you know, like, it's like I said, it's a complex situation. You know, but yeah, I'm not rich. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not rich. Don't get me wrong. I'm well off and I don't have to do YouTube. But I don't want to just be one of those people that just sit home every day. You saying and just don't do nothing. You saying I don't have to do YouTube. I don't have to do anything. I can just sit home for the rest of my life and just collect my little allowance. When I say allowance, is how can I put it? You would have to know what a trust fund is to understand that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I can just sit home and not do shit, just play video games, watch TV. But I didn't want to be one of those people. How much time we got left? Oh yeah, we got 8 more minutes of me talking shit. So basically, I've been up for a good. So like I said, I found out about the press conference at 7 p.m. I was already up since like 4 a.m. that other day. What was that? Wednesday morning? Today is Thursday. So Wednesday morning. I've been up for a long time. I've been up for like 30 hours, maybe more. I don't remember. Because I didn't know about the press conference. So basically what I did was I was cleaning the whole house like all day yesterday. So even though there's nothing in here, I still was mopping the floors. I cleaned up the refrigerator. You know, I washed every single stitch of clothing that I had. You know, so then when I got that email, like boop, 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 press conference in New York at 12:30, I was like, oh shit. And I was sitting there debating, right? I'm like, damn, I gotta get to New York tomorrow. Shit. And I was telling myself, I was like, well, shit, you know, you ain't doing shit tomorrow anyway. So if you don't go to New York, then that's just a lost day because you wasn't doing shit anyway. I had no plans for today. Nope. So I took care of it, man. I went out there. Oh, by the way, the stuff I have up right now is only a little bit. So basically, after this stream, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to go to sleep until about 4 a.m. or so. And then I'm going to wake up and upload the rest. I'm going to wake up and upload the rest. Oh, no, Daryl. I already get this Showtime and HBO emails. Listen, when I say that I started a website, right? And when you start a website, what are you starting it for? So basically, I started a news publication. I get all boxing news straight to my emails. I get hundreds of emails a day, bro. Yo, I wasn't ready for this shit. Don't get me wrong. I said, all right, well, I got to start my own business, you know, but how can I put it? I said it before in the past, but I didn't want to start no website. I had no plans on ever starting a website, ever. But some shit had happened, and you know, I knew, or I learned. I didn't know. I learned the hard way that damn, LOL, been a while since I was on this channel. Shit is dead. Drainer, don't get blocked. Even though I know you, don't get blocked, bro. If you really want to know, let me say this. Listen, the reason why the channel was dead is because I was in a deep depression. On some real shit, I was in a deep depression. You see what I'm saying? I was in a deep-ass depression. There's no better way you can put it than that, to the point where I was the rock bottom low of the low of the low. So understand, I didn't need the YouTube income, so therefore I fell back. And what I was doing was, while I was falling back and dealing with my depression, I was learning how to run a website. So you got to understand, like, I'm back now, but at that point in time, like, it's no better way to explain. Like, yo, I was depressed. So it's like this, right? You know, like, if you're depressed and you got a day job, you still got to go to your job, or you're going to get fired and shit's going to get worse because you can't pay your fucking bills. I didn't have that situation. So therefore, I was dealing with my demons, battling my demons. And now I'm back. Simple as that. You know, so don't get me wrong. You think I like being stuck? I was stuck at, what, 25,000 subscribers or 24,000 subscribers for like a year and a half. You think I like this shit? You know, motherfuckers like, oh, Tstreet fell off. Boxing ego passed him. Dante boxing passed him. Into the arena. You think I like that shit? Y'all know me. You know I'm very competitive. You think I like that shit? So now it's like I know that my competitors are too far ahead of me as far as subscribers are concerned. So now I had to learn a way to leapfrog them as far as credibility is concerned. So that may shoot over your head, you know, but yo, when I came back, or more so when I said I'm going to do videos consistently, I said, all right, well, the motherfuckers got way more subscribers than me, but at the same time, I'm different from them because they need this motherfucking money. I really don't. I'm doing this because I love doing this shit. But at the same time, if I come back, I'm going to make sure that when I'm back, I know a way to jump over them and not be climbing to get to them. Fuck them. See what I'm saying? So trust me, yo, my look, like, even though, put it this way, to an average YouTuber, my views are high. But to me, this bullshit views ain't shit to me. These views ain't nothing. For example, some people might say some shit like, well, you only got 16,000 views for your Golovkin versus Jacobs video. But at the same time, those are 16,000 non-full fight clickbait views where I fucking remove my like bar so you can't dislike or dislike my video. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a difference. There's literally levels to this shit. And no, this bitch ass, put it this way. Yeah, I don't have no agenda. It's like this. No, okay, I'll put it this way. I do have an agenda. It's like this. I've told you that my goal is to one day get my boxing promoter's license. But when I thought about getting my boxing promoter's license in 2011 and 2012, I didn't know nothing, nowhere near what I know about boxing than what I know now from going the media route. So therefore, I want to graduate from media to a boxing promoter. So when I interview all these people, these boxers and these promoters and these managers and everything, they don't know my financial situation. So I'm interviewing them, actually getting tips and, you know, shit on how to, I'm learning the sport. So, you know, it's like I said, it's complex for people who don't think outside of the box to understand. But going the media route was the best route I could go as far as learning the sport. So therefore, when I do become a boxing promoter, I know all the little fucking shit. For example, let me tell you a story, what I learned today. Don't you know, how can I put it? I'm going to word it the best way I can without exposing anybody, I guess, or more so putting anybody down. But basically, when it comes to those banners that be in back of the boxers, you know those banners that say, you know, for example, Golovkin versus Jacobs, HBO pay-per-view, Madison Square Garden, K2 Promotions, you know, and all those shit. Those banners are important. They important like a motherfucker. Because when you have a press conference, right, your camera's pointing at them, especially if you're, you know, more official than me, right? If you're more official than me, right? Those camera angles of having a big enough banner so that no matter where you are in the press conference, if you have a camera on a tripod, they can get the banner. But those banners are important. So when I be going to these events, I'm learning all that little behind the scenes shit, like shit like that. For example, I told it to my partners. I said, you know, when it comes to those fight banners, you know, those things are expensive. So I want to know how I can recycle these banners to make sure that I'm cutting costs on if we got a lot of fights, we always have banners. It's, you know, it would be too complex to talk about those type of things in detail. But those are the things that I'm looking for when I go to all these different events. I don't be going to these events just to interview. I'm going to these events. For example, today's press conference was at a steakhouse. One one of the best steakhouses in New York City, period, or in New York, period, Gallagher Steakhouse. So therefore, I know that one day, whether it's in 2029 or 2039, if I put on a press conference, I know that Gallagher Steakhouse in New York has a place on their second floor where they can hold press conferences. And they have a podium and they have a team that's been trained to handle press conferences. That's what I'm saying. This shit is nasty, man. But it keeps me talking without coughing. It keeps me talking without coughing. Yo, coughing hurts. You ever cough so hard that you get like a headache? Like, I don't like the cough, man. I don't like it. So, like I said, we got a lot of shit to talk about. We got to start talking about boxing. Loser Ortiz Samuel Haymon. A lot of people have been asking, well, what about Eddie Hearn? Wasn't he with Matchroom? It was a 2-fight deal. But from my understanding, from what I got from talking to everybody there, was that it was on a fight-by-fight basis. So basically, the first fight he did good, okay. All right, the second fight he did good, okay. But my question is, and as I was talking to a female friend of mine, and she's a boxing fan, a huge boxing fan. She was like, and it's valid to think about. She was like, well, he's been with 3 promoters in a year, right? So even though Al Haymon is a manager, advisor, he still controls the fighter. So you can kind of say he's a promoter. Allegedly, assuming you can kind of say he's a promoter. So Luis Ortiz has been a golden boy. He's been with Matchroom and now Al Haymon all in 1 year. By the way, yesterday was his birthday. He turned 38 years old. Now let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to stump him. Out. Meaning not like with the feet, but I tried to like mentally get him. I was like, so you turned 38, right? 39? I was trying to get into stuff because somebody posted that they said they heard him say that he was at a Muhammad Ali fight live. You know, motherfuckers be like, yo, he not really no 37 or no 38. That nigga's 45. You see what I'm saying? And I'm looking at him, right? Now, mind you, y'all don't know because y'all always see me in a chair, but when people always meet me in person, a lot of times they always say, yo, you a big dude. Pause. But yo, I'm 6'2". I'm about 250 pounds. Okay. Last time I weighed in, I was 257. I'm fat, man. But still, the point is, people always talk about like how big Luis Ortiz is, Paul. But yo, looking at dude, if you like next to him, now I know I look old, right? How old do you think I am? I'm 33. I turned 34 in August. Me and Timothy Bradley share the same birthday. Same age, same birthday. But you, I'm looking at him. Dude like 44. Yo. King Kong Ortiz, don't be mad, man. It's my opinion. You like 44, bro. You like 44. He goes to some, he's 38. So I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to stump him. I was trying to get him tricked up. Because somebody said that he said that he was at a Muhammad Ali fight live. You know how long Muhammad Ali, how fuck those old ass fights? God bless him. Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. Them fights old as shit. Luis Ortiz, what age were you when you were at that fight, bro? What age were you when you were at a Muhammad Ali fight, bro? I want those answers. Oh, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Shit, I can't play no more music. I'm gonna play in the background. Oh. Someone fucking 40. Someone he just turned 38. You don't trick me, bro. Those Cuban lies. Those Cuban school lies. You're not only skilled in the fine art of boxing, but you're skilled in the fine art of lying. Let me shut the fuck up before I get in trouble. No, I'm yo, bro, you 60, bro. Luis Ortiz 60. Luis Ortiz 60, yo. And I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking like, yo, bro, you old as shit in the face. Let me stop. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go and listen to this. I'm actually going to go get my bottle. I got a bottle of water right here somewhere. We got so much boxing to talk about. Did you hear that Pacquiao versus fucking Jeff Horn is really official? We're close to being fully official. Now we already know that Terrence Crawford versus Felix Diaz is official. I'm gonna be at the fight. I want to talk about all of this. Please subscribe.
He just signed me out yesterday. 15 pounds. I want to know from this stable who's the guy close to. What can we expect for that, future fight? Who's the big heavyweight name? He's getting in the ring on April 22nd on short notice. He's getting in with a very tough guy, Derek Rossy. He's going to get an opportunity to be showcased in that fight if he can look as good as people believe he can. And then I think that we go from there. I think the idea is to get him into a big fight and get him in front of a lot of people in a big, meaningful fight, not an appearance fight, in a big, meaningful fight. I think that's the desire, and then he goes from there. The bigger his opposition is in the next short period of time, the better the opportunities he's going to get. And I know that's what he wants. I just spoke to Luis and his team. They want a big opportunity, and that's why they signed without him. I want to talk about some current events with you. I saw you and Dan going back and forth on Twitter about the Canelo Triple G stuff, and you were in favor of Jacobs winning Triple G. And I'm not in favor of Jacobs. I just thought he won the fight. But I thought it was close. And you didn't hear me screaming robbery. I never said it was a robbery. If it's a fight that I have a point or two either way, then somebody else is reasonable to have a point or two the other way. Anyone who saw a wide fight who thought Triple G kicked his ass is a moron. If the fight was on Showtime, would we have seen a different decision? I don't know. Maybe we would have seen a different decision in Brooklyn. I don't know. But it was, you know what? You can't complain. I mean, it was a very, very good fight. Fought at the highest skill level between two very good fighters, and it was close. Okay, I scored it for Danny. A lot of people did. A lot of other people scored it for Triple G. I'm not an idiot. I'm not calling them idiots.
I'm here. I'm back.
Thurman recently called out Manny Pacquiao. Is that a realistic fight that can be made? Ask Bob Aaron. Ask Bob Aaron. I think Keith Thurman would take anybody. Keith Thurman would take King Congo again. But I'd love to see Keith Thurman beat it.
Okay, before I let that continue, hey, listen, let me tell you some real shit. Because see, it's like I only got here because, basically, I tell that shit like it is. That's not me interviewing. You see what I'm saying? So what I've learned is this is called a media scrum. So long story short is going forward in the future, my goal is to get exclusive interviews with people by themselves. And for people who are on my team to get exclusive interviews with the people by themselves. So the only reason why I did that is because Payback is a motherfucker. I'm not gonna say no names because motherfuckers is threatening to sue me on some bitch ass shit. On some real shit. People have been threatening to sue me. And it's like you got some motherfucking nerve. So truth be told, you don't have the time, you don't have the resources. So if you want to take me to court, then go ahead and do it. I wish you motherfucking luck. And guess what? This video's here.
I'll be back. I know you probably already answered these questions already, but with Luis Ortiz, this fight with him.
Let's run it back.
I mean, Pacquiao.
Fine without him.
I want to talk about some current events with you. I saw you and Dan going back and forth on Twitter about the Canelo Triple G stuff, and you were in favor of Jacobs winning Triple G.
I was in favor of Jacobs. I just thought he won the fight.
Yeah, you thought he won the fight.
But I thought it was close. And you didn't hear me screaming robbery, robbery. I never said it was a robbery. If it's a fight that I have pointed to either way, then somebody else is reasonable to have it pointed to the other way. Anyone who saw a Y fight and thought Triple G kicked his ass is a moron.
If the fight was on Showtime, would we have seen a different decision?
I don't know. Maybe you would have seen a different decision in Brooklyn. I don't know. But it was, you know what? You can't complain. I mean, it was a very, very good fight. Fought at the highest skill level between two very good fighters, and it was close. Okay, I scored it for Danny. A lot of people did. A lot of other people scored it for Triple G. I'm not an idiot. I'm not calling them idiots.
Keith Thurman recently called out Manny Pacquiao. Is that a realistic fight that can be made?
Ask Bob Arum. I mean, ask Bob Arum. I think Keith Thurman would take anybody. Keith Thurman would take King Kong over here. But I'd love to see Keith Thurman do that.
Let me pause that right here. Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Like, since we're here, let's talk about that for a minute. It's like this. Do you feel that Keith Thurman, at this point in time, and at Manny Pacquiao's point in time, at their age, do you feel that Keith Thurman would beat Pacquiao? Now, here's the thing. We've seen Pacquiao's punch output drop from about 1,000 to about 450, under 500 punches a fight. So you can say that he's more of a boxer now. So is he overall a better boxer than Keith Thurman? Now, here's the thing. I've understood and I've learned from extensive research that Pacquiao does not get enough credit for his boxing ability and how much of a better boxer he has become even before he was knocked out by Marquez. He has become a better overall boxer. Now, he did lose the Mayweather fight, in my opinion. But in the opinion of majority, the long run, he lost the Mayweather fight. Because he was trying to box. He's not a better boxer than in Mayweather. But overall, Pacquiao was a very good boxer. So as a boxer, can he beat Keith Thurman? Now, in my personal opinion, I feel that Keith Thurman will taste that left hand. That left hand, we've all learned. I'll say it again, and I've said it again and again and again. Manny Pacquiao's left hand is no myth. You don't want to get hit with that shit, man. You don't want those problems. You don't want that left paw tapping you. He got Mayweather that one time. He got Floyd that one time. That lucky son of a bitch. He got Floyd that one time. That left hand is no motherfucking joke. So, like, do you feel that Pacquiao, what is he, 38? Do you feel that 38-year-old Pacquiao can beat, what is Thurman, 27, I believe? Do you feel that he can beat a Keith Thurman? Now, remember, understand that Pacquiao's team is likely going to keep him away from Thurman. Because Pacquiao is on this whole swan song on the way out the door. So therefore, his last fight will likely be a passing of the torch type of situation towards against Crawford. But do you feel that he can beat, Keith Thurman? Honestly. Keith Thurman is pretty good. Keith Thurman is good. And it's not that he's just good. He has a high ring IQ. You got to factor that shit in. Keith Thurman, even though he was on some nut ass shit when I interviewed him, you got to, Keith Thurman deserves respect. So that's why when I interview him, he's like, he gets nothing but respect from me. He deserves respect. And he's not no bitch. On some real shit, no, answer my question though. On some real shit, Keith Thurman not no bitch, right? On some real shit, he not no bitch. See what I'm saying? He don't be on no bitch ass shit. So, those are the type of things that you really have to factor in. Because you got a lot of boxers And I understand there's gonna be some fucking, bleeding hearts out there. They're gonna say, "Well, ain't no boxer a bitch if they step in the ring." But it be some bitch ass boxers out there. Just saying. This shit's nasty, man. But at the same time, I'm not coughing. I was coughing all day until I got home to this shit. This fucking baking soda, pomegranate tea bag, right? With a teaspoon of honey squeezed in and some lemon juice. So it's a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Motherfucking baking soda. So it's nasty, but at the same time, I haven't coughed yet. I'm good. But factor that in. Oh, we gotta listen to the rest of this.
Boy, I gave it away. Sorry.
I know you probably
Rewind it. My questions are gonna come up after he predicts. How often you be drinking nowadays? I had a drink today. I had a $25 Jack on the Rocks. I drink probably like once every 2 weeks or so. And when I say once, meaning one day, so I'll have like 2 beers, 2 drinks. You see what I'm saying? But it's like this, I don't drink to excess because I don't like being drunk or sick of being drunk. I don't like this shit.
You didn't hear me screaming robbery. I never said it was a robbery. If it's a fight that I have pointed to either way, then somebody else is reasonable to have it pointed to the other way. Anyone who saw a wide fight who thought Triple G kicked his ass is a moron.
If the fight was on Showtime, would we have seen a different decision?
I don't know. Maybe we would have seen a different decision in Brooklyn. I don't know. But it was, you know what? You can't complain. I mean, it was a very, very good fight. Fought at the highest skill level between 2 very good fighters, and it was close. Okay, I scored it for Danny. A lot of people did. A lot of other people scored it for Triple G. I'm not an idiot. I'm not calling them idiots.
Keith Thurman recently called out Manny Pacquiao. Is that a realistic fight that can be made?
Ask Bob Aaron. I mean, ask Bob Aaron. Man.
My questions are coming up.
Keith Thurman think King Kong over here. But I'd love to see Keith Thurman beat Manny Pacquiao. Boy, I gave it away. Sorry.
I know you probably already answered these questions already, but with Luis Ortiz, this fight with him, this is like it's a stay busy fight. It's part of the business.
Well, he just fought a guy that frankly was not Derek Rossy. Mm-hmm. I mean, Derek Rossy's better than the last opponent, Louis.
David Allen.
And what's his name?
His name is David Allen, the UK fighter.
Okay, well, like I said, Derek Rossy's a tougher guy, I believe. I think this is it's a fight to showcase Luis, but he's not in there with the stooge. You can't look past the Derek Rossy. Derek Rossy's given hell. I thought less than a year ago Derek Rossy beats Tstreet. Knocked him down. I thought he won the fight. And now so Derek Rossy's a tough guy. He was in the gym. He was ready to fight. I know he's ready to fight. But yeah, I mean, this is an opportunity where King Kong is supposed to look like King Kong. I mean, it's really more of a showcase opportunity to get back in the ring. Get back in the ring so you're ready to fight something bigger as soon as you possibly can.
So my understanding is Kubrat Pulev is the IBF mandatory. He's the next guy in line for the winner of Joshua Klitschko. And then Luis Ortiz is the next guy after that. So I'm guessing that maybe Luis Ortiz is going to fight this fight. Then maybe his next fight is going to be what he said, according to the media yesterday, is that he wants his next fight sometime in the summer to be a known or ranked name.
I think that's, of course, the idea. Now, look, I just spoke to him and speak for a minute or two. He wants the biggest chances as quickly as they come. He's 38 years old. Yeah. So it's the biggest name you can get or the highest ranking you can get. That's what he wants after this fight, if Derek Rossy, doesn't present more of a problem than he thinks.
So then going forward, Vladimir Klitschko, the winner of Vladimir Klitschko versus Joshua. Like realistically, yes.
I want the Deontay Wilder fight that fight.
Oh, you want the Wilder fight?
I want Wilder fight the winner of that.
So what about Wilder? So okay. So Wilder
fight the winner
versus Joseph Parker and Huey Fury.
I want to fight. Wilder wants unification. I want that for Wilder.
So I tell you what, as a promoter, which fight would you want for Wilder? Would you want the winner of Huey Fury for the WBO, or would you want to go after that Klitschko Joshua winner? Like, I'm talking about if you had to pick one, you know, if you had your desk, you're like, damn,
You know what?
when these fights.
First of all, I'm not the heavyweight champion. He's the boss. You know, I want to get him the biggest fight he wants. Okay. Also, you know, there's different possibilities. If Klitschko were to win the fight and you can get Klitschko, you grab that as soon as you can get it. You know, though I think if Klitschko wins the fight, you might see a third fight with Joshua. I don't know. You know, I mean, obviously the Parker.
Now, did y'all peep that? So, did you peep it? Did you peep it? This boxing shit is fucked up, man. And truth be told, Lou DiBella, even though it may seem crazy to say, Lou DiBella is my favorite promoter. If I was to be anybody's understudy, I want to be either his or Bob Arum's. Now, I know you may say, oh, you know, Tstreet's the coon. No, it's about that knowledge. Now, of course, number one, I would love to be our Haymon's understudy, but he's a ghost. He don't exist. You know, but for the people who do exist that are on this earth, I would love to be either Lou DiBella's or Bob Arum's understudy to learn all that little intricate shit. You see what I'm saying? You know, I really want to know, does anybody remember how much does HBO charge for a pay-per-view? For example, what's their percentage? Like HBO, like whenever there's a pay-per-view on HBO get a certain percentage. But what's that percentage? And also, does it vary for each fight? So, for example, I'm just throwing numbers out there. I'm just throwing random ass, you know, shit out there. So, for example, when De La Hoya fought Ricardo Mayorga, does HBO only ask for 6.7%? But then when De La Hoya fights Mayweather, do they ask for 20%? You see what I'm saying? No, Daryl, that's too low because that number, Daryl W says 2.5 million on a licensing fee. No, that's different because Bob Arum said that for Pacquiao versus Vargas, it was like 6 point something percent or 7 point something. So that's what I'm wondering. You know, those are the type of questions that I'm asking, you know, when I go to these events. I'm not asking no bullshit questions. So, for example, right now, I missed him twice. And it's my fault. The president of Showtime, Steven Espinoza, I missed him twice. So, you know, I'm going to ask him the next time I see him, which will be during fight week. I'm going to ask him, okay, all right, Showtime gets a certain amount of dates. I wish, it's a shame, man, because I want to tell you guys my question, but some other motherfucker out here is going to ask my question and use that shit on that channel, so I can't tell you what my question is going to be. I want to, but I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do those type of things anymore. I'm active again, you know? But, you know, it's shit that I want to know. But also, it's not things that I want to know. I know that the questions that I ask are going to benefit you going forward in the future. So, for example, you see the couple of interviews I have with Luis Ortiz on the channel right now. I still have like 4 or 5 more videos to upload from him. So when I say that, when I go to these events, I'm asking the questions that you guys want me to ask, or most of the shit y'all want to know. I'm not going to these shits to ask shit that y'all already know. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to ask some shit that y'all like, oh, okay, well, he's someone out hanging because of this and this and this and this and this. I'm not going to these motherfucking events to ask bullshit. Especially when I told y'all I don't enjoy going to these events. So I'll make sure that when I go, I'm asking shit that y'all want to know. See what I'm saying? So what's next on our list? Let's talk about some boxing because, you know, I got Sunday is WrestleMania, so I'm watching WrestleMania Pop. Monday is when I'm going to be back doing videos full time again. So when I get these little breaks, you know, where there's no like major boxing, I use this time, or I'm going to be using this time to get shit done behind the scenes. So even though you guys don't see it, there's shit being done behind the scenes. To make sure going forward, like for example, when I went to New York today, shit was done behind the scenes. So that's why so far when like going forward, I want you guys to know like, oh yeah, well Tstreet's on it. I'm not doing this shit for my motherfucking health. I'm in bad health. So I'm not doing it for my motherfucking health. See what I'm saying? We don't want to know what percentage HBO against. Houston, you tripping. You know how many people argue about that type of shit, especially when it comes to pay-per-view buys and who's worth what. And when it comes to Golovkin turning down $10 million from Golden Boy, yo, those type of numbers matter, bro. Those type of numbers matter to a lot of people. I want to know why HBO isn't doing a 24/7 for Canelo versus Chavez. Yeah, what the fuck? HBO? So let me tell you, they're doing an HBO face-off of Max Kellerman. Thank God they're doing that, but that shit it's not going to really be that good. They are doing HBO 24. No, they are doing an HBO face-off with Max Kellerman on HBO April the 24th. But there's no HBO 24/7 for Canelo versus Chavez. What the fuck is going on? You're supposed to have at least 2 episodes. Remember back in the day, we used to get 3 episodes. We used to get, one, that initial one, another one like 2-3 weeks before the fight, and then we get one the week of the fight. What the fuck is going on? They think people don't care. Are you on Tstreet? Are you ordering WrestleMania or streaming? What are you talking about? I got the WWE network. It's $10 a month. What are you talking about? Yeah, of course I'm fucking paying for it. Yeah, it is bullshit, Antonio. It's like, how the fuck? No, Canelo versus Chavez is a big fight. It's a super fight. Because even if you think, well, Chavez ain't shit, overall, those 2 Mexican fights, that's a super fight. How the fuck you don't have no HBO 24/7? So what they're doing is they're doing some documentary on Mexican fighters and the Mexican heritage of Mexican warriors. Don't get me wrong, it's probably going to be good. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I want to see HBO 24/7 Canelo versus Chavez. I want to see if Chavez is fucking. I know I was going to say, pause. And I'm not being disrespectful, but no homo. I want to see if Chavez is going to be wearing pink underwear again, coming downstairs on the late night eating fucking Fruit Loops while his pop, Chavez Sr., been up all night chain smoking, right? All these fucking Marlboro menthol lights, 3 packs, watching this footage of Canelo. I want to see that shit. That is true, Antonio. They had a Pacquiao versus Algieri 24/7. And Chris Algieri at that point in time was eating fucking avocado and jam on fucking rye bread, fucking sleeping next to a fucking water heater in his parents' basement. I'm tired of it. So it's like, I would have asked, like, well, why hasn't there been an HBO 24/7 for this fight? And HBO got the bread. I understand when it comes to the HBO boxing budget, they may not have the bread, but HBO got the bread. They ain't no good, man. Shit ain't right. This is horrible, man. It's baking soda. And it's the aftertaste. It ain't no, man. I don't deserve to live like this, man. I don't deserve to live like this. But anyway, so you guys mind. Chavez is 180 right there. No, Chavez is like 175 right now. I got the photos. People are underestimating Chavez because they're like, well, I'll ask somebody, well, you got Canelo. How's Canelo going to win? Oh, Chavez is going to be drained, and Chavez is not going to make weight. Well, then what if he does make weight, and what if he's not drained? Feel me? What's next on our list before I snap out? Yeah. Oh, water's right here. What's on the list before I snap out again? I'm tired of this crap, man. Loma versus Sosa, Lomachenko. Unfortunately, I want to go with just Sosa, but come on, Lomachenko is good. Khan has no chin, of course, and the Khan Army is a bunch of phonies. The Khan Army, you Khan Army, y'all a bunch of phonies. You hear me, Khan Army? You're phonies. Set alarm for 4 a.m.
Okay, 4 a.m. Setting your alarm.
Khan Army is a bunch of phonies. What happened to that? Okay, somebody told me, it was on one of the videos here, it was a comment that said to make Pacquiao versus Khan in Dubai, because y'all Dubai, you Pakistanis talking about the Arab money, right? Where's the Arab money at? All it would take is 4 $8.7 million Lambos. Just four Arab money. Right? It's Arab money. 4 Arab money, $8.7 million Lambos to make Pacquiao versus Khan in Dubai. And the Khan Army didn't show up. Just four $8.7 million Lambos. 4. And the Khan Army didn't show up. Y'all ain't shit, Khan Army. Y'all ain't shit. The Khan Army is a bunch of phonies. Y'all a bunch of phonies. They're talking about if Amir Khan come over, and fight Kell Brook, or if he fight, Pacquiao, he can fight in front of the Iron Sheik on a yacht in Abu Dhabi, and it's just the Iron Sheik who watching him and his Iron Sheik bitches. You know how many stories I heard about Khan fighting, in what is it, UEA? Or UEA? Or Dubai? Or Mumbai? You know how many stories I've heard about how, Khan got these investors and, Amir Khan, people don't know that Amir Khan he don't have to fight Marcus McDonough. He don't have to fight Lamont Peterson. He don't have to fight Danny Garcia. He can fight in Mumbai or Dubai, and he can get Arab money. When a kid, Bob Barrett went over there asking for the Arab money, he was like, where's the Arab money? I'm going to put on Pacquiao versus Khan over here in that big-ass skyscraper where Fast 7, where the Fast and the Furious 7 was filmed at. I want to put that shit on up there was the Arab money. You got golden plated tigers and lions. How the fuck do you gold plate a lion? A full-fledged living lion. How do you gold plate him? How did you gold plate a lion? He just like, you know, still doing lion shit. Still being a lion. He gold plated. But yeah, you can't come up with that Arab money for Pacquiao versus Khan. To see Khan get knocked out of some new and conventional crazy way. The Khan Army is a bunch of phonies. Yo, the Khan Army, y'all some phonies. Yeah. Y'all a bunch of phonies, Khan Army. You ain't shit. I'm sick of the Khan Army. You know how many years I've been listening to the Khan Army shit? You know how many years I've been listening to the Khan Army and motherfuckers who names be Khan. You know, you'll see their screen name and shit, and they should be something like Khan or some old Pakistani or Arab name, and you would think, you know, that they're not gonna be biased, and they just be riding for Khan, and it's like Pacquiao team came with the deal. They came to y'all Arabs. It's like, yo, and you know, growing up, I always thought the Arabs had like super money. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, they gonna be able to put on Pacquiao versus Khan. They gonna be shit. Those Arabs got that Arab money. They'd be to put on 30 Pacquiao versus Khans for like 40 years because they got the Arab money. Where did Arab money at? Y'all put Noriega to shame. Where Noriega at? Y'all put the NRE to shame. Khan Army's phonies, man. Some phonies. But listen, I'm gonna go to sleep. I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. Ooh, Christ. Shit. What shit's going on? What shit's going on, man? Too much shit's going on. Yeah, Andre Wars was some shit. So listen, I got another video to do probably tomorrow night when I'm like not as tired. But I got some more videos to do. We got a lot of shit to talk about. We got so much shit to talk about. Andre Ward was some shit. Let me talk to you guys later.